there. So, in the off time, since you have come to this stream, I did a bit of grinding. So, this is the save from the end of the stream. This is the save now. So, I grinded for like 6 hours. And what I did is I got a fair amount of money. I also recruited pretty much everyone that was roughly in the level range of 14 or less. So when you go to bonus box and blah, 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 you can see in bonus teams, I have enough money to just buy most people. Now, Bloodwolf, thank you for the resub for the 4th month in a row now. Happy to see you playing my favorite of the 3DS Fire Emblems. Can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans happens with all these Einherjars. We'll see. We'll see how well this goes out. Actually, I guess I haven't gotten any of the Shadow Dragons, so... if anyone... yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, I have the money for it, so I'll let you pick who gets deployed. Can we get Nurgle? No, because Nurgle's a level 20 promoted unit that's probably been, like, rolled around a couple of times. Anyway, I can just, like, buy my way to victory. Yeah, I'm more or less only going to be using OSTs that I'm pretty sure aren't going to get claimed. Because they're not going to claim video game OSTs on a site dedicated to video game streaming. Not going to happen. Like, obviously, if there's licensed music in a game, I think that's probably fair game, but that's not really in my wheelhouse. Wireless, bugs. Bonus teams, Gaiden. Pay to win? Yeah, kind of. I mean, I used the Awakening DLC to get this amount of money, so...
What can I fix you?
Okay. Okie dokie. So all of the I used Sumeragi to like grind money. Don't worry about that. But all of the Einherjar we have at our disposal that are somewhat leveled to the chapter at hand. We have Micaiah. We have Roy. We have Edward. We have Mist. We have Deirdre. We have Florina. We don't have Lynn. I got her. We got, actually, Alyssa's not dead. Alyssa's the only survivor. Everyone else from the Shepherds is dead. We got me. We have Salem. We have Lou. We have Malice. We have Brom. We have Mulder. We have Lynn. And we have Pardon. So, for context, everyone all of the Einherjar in Awakening come with essentially a personal skill of sorts. So it's like, it's a skill that's not in their class tree that they just get for free. So in the case of Micaiah, she gets Rally Luck because, you know, she can see the future. She's like a fortune teller. Roy gets Aegis since he's essentially like spec'd to be a Paladin Lord. Edward, I think he gets Zeal. I want to say it's Zeal. Mist gets Magic +2. Deirdre gets Miracle, I want to say. Florina's is really good. Florina gets Deliverer, so she gets movement +2 when she's paired up with another unit, which is really stupid. Frederick's dead. I killed off all the shepherds but Lissa, because I like Lissa. Lynn gets Acrobat. So, I think the wording on this kind of makes it work. All accessible terrain are plains. Salem gets Despoil. Brom gets Underdog, which I think is kind of neat. Malice, I want to say, gets a Void +10 because she's sort of like a Myrmidon mercenary. Methos, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. Lou gets Movement +1, so I guess he gets Celerity, so that's always nice. Mulder gets HP +5 because he's just so buff. Lind has Patience. At least I think, yeah, Patience. Arden has Vantage. Wait, did Did Arden come with Vantage in FE4 proper? Why is Lin so powerful? There are certain Einherjar that just are recruited at a higher level. If you recruit, so there are 2 Lins in Awakening. I go to bonus box, blah blah blah. And I go to Blazing Sword for bonus challengers, or bonus teams. Ignore the popping, I'm sorry, that's just T-brewing. You can see, Lin would normally come as a level 18 Swordmaster. But there's another way to get Lin. If you go to, which I'm not going to do because this will crash the game, but if you go to the Outrealm Gate and you do Smash Brethren 3, which is... I want to show that. I'm going to figure out how to get Snicker Steam to work because I really want to show off the DLC in this game. I don't think enough people have shown it off, and I think it's really cool. You have to essentially, like, fight all of the main characters from the game in, like, Light from FE7. And if you beat it, you get Lin as a level 8 Swordmaster. We doing Apotheosis? That's gonna be the send-off if we don't get, like, shit canned beforehand. Anyway, I think... I want to say I have pretty much everyone... Already done. I got Brom. I guess I got... Mia, Sarah, and... I mean, we're not really trying to use them. Here's the thing, OP units aside, we don't get pair-up bonuses, support bonuses from pair-up, so... if there's anyone that you see, like, by all means, you can let me know, but I think we're just gonna go ahead and make sure everyone is sort of, kind of... I'm gonna make sure everyone's sort of, kind of equipped. Damn it. I don't have Ellawood, so... Or I'll buy concoction. Just leave. I want to buy a flux. That's the one thing that sucks about it. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool, because I'm playing on an emulator. I can't actually get any more.
I carry only the finest.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Okay. You have anything I need? Yeah, actually have Element. Sure. Why not? Vulneraries. And I actually had Frederick die with my javelin, so I'm gonna get a javelin. There we go. Though I do like that, like, again, Awakening has a lot of heart. These reference weapons are cool. You can see this is just like the, whatever the fuck the sword Alm has at the beginning of FE2. Like, you can see they're really powerful. They're just trying to... Royal Sword, thank you. It's been a while. I think it's cool. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and equip I have a money to do so. That way, if you guys want something, you can get it. And we're not gonna use you, but like eventually. Boy. Sigurd's Silver Sword is a rapier? Sigurd's Lance is a weapon in this game, if that's what you're asking. Hang on. Hang on, I heard my mom yell. I want to make sure she's okay. Sorry about that. We're back. Anyway, chapter 5 or 4. Wait a minute. Chapter. No, yeah, we're on chapter 4. Oh, how each lord has a rapier and a falchion. Sigurd really doesn't have a. I mean, I guess you could consider a silver sword a rapier, but it's not given to him. I guess he gets it at the end of chapter. Yeah. I guess you could consider it his tier 1 level weapon. Anyway, Border Pass, Chapter 5. We'll go off of the units that we fucking have. Okay, and stuff happens. Okay, view map. So this, oh wow. Okay, we might be a little over leveled. I kind of went off of Crom and Robin's stats, and Crom and Robin were extremely over level. Okay, back to the actual stream. Okay, so anyone is fair game, assuming that they're less than level 15. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll make a straw poll. I'll make a straw. Oh, thank you. Because unfortunately, while I'd like to do a Twitch thing, Twitch just can't handle the amount of options we need. So units to bring. Look, I'll just be fucking honest with you. I just got off the phone with my aunt. My grandma just died. She went to Colorado for heart surgery and died like 30 minutes. She made her peace with it. She was 90. She went spry. She didn't go with pain, but fucking sucks. I knew it was a possibility. I had a terrible feeling going into this, but it is what it is. We all live, we all die, and she went as a proud old woman. Missed. Well, what's done is done. Frankly, if I'm not streaming, I'm just gonna be dicking around doing work, so I'd rather do something to do. You can choose multiple poll answers. I'm gonna create a poll. I'm gonna spam this in chat. Just go ahead. If you're on mobile, I'm sorry. It's probably not gonna be super easy for you, but we're gonna use this straw poll to figure out what units. Oh, Denko, you got DLC to work? If you'd be kind enough to shoot me a message after we're done with this, I'd appreciate trying to get it working. Because while Snicker Stream would be useful for something like Codename Steam down the line... Anyway. Good vibe stream times. Might as well take my allergy medication because it's the middle of summer and I can't have anything. If I leave my house, I will turn into a sniffling mess. Can we have Fee, please? I don't actually have her on me. She's also would come at level 4. Here's what we're gonna do. At the end of every stream, I'll put up a straw poll to allow you to vote for, and I'll put this up in the Discord too. And I'll let you all vote for who you want to see polled for next stream. Because pulling and leveling units or something I just need to do off screen. It takes forever, and it's not particularly interesting to watch. So I think that's how we'll go about bringing in new units. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the goddamn result. Damn it. Alright. Okay, at present, it is Fire, Mist, Arena. Okay, real talk, I need more of you guys to vote for Brom, because he has 20... He's got 21 defense, and I kind of need that. I need this a little bit. Edward, Salem. I need you to pick up the Brom or Arden slack. I recruited at pretty much everyone that was in my level. Poor Malice. Damn, poor Brom. Poor Lou, no one cares about the boy. Okay, Miss Micaiah, Florina, Salem, Lind, Edward, Arden. Okay, Arden's coming. And... Roy, Deirdre, Brom, and Mulder. Okay, now we can actually do a which poll. Roy, Deirdre. Okay, the last one, because you were all tied, we'll just go with that. And as a reminder, everyone has personal skills. I'd argue that Lou's is pretty good. Florina's is pretty good. I guess Micaiah's is pretty good. Rallies are good in early game. And... yeah, by the way, I'm not, like, this is the end of the line for me. I'm no longer being deployed. What is Roy? Roy's a mercenary with Aegis. Brom is a knight with Underdog. Arden is a knight with Vantage. Mulder is a priest of HP +5. And the other ones no one voted for, so rip Malice and Lou. Shame, because Malice actually is pretty decent. Honestly, we're gonna be a little over leveled for a little while, but we'll walk into it. Why does Roy look so good? Because Roy, look, I'm gonna be honest, Roy is at his worst in FE6, and like every artist that came before or after just tried to make Roy way cooler than he actually was. And Brom. Okay, congratulations. The Radiant Dawn meme continues. Brom. Yeah, these are... So, I got Micaiah at, wait, was... Oh. Where was on the poll? Micaiah, Roy, and Lynn from the actual Spot Pass DLCs. So... I just think the art's cool. I like Lynn's, and I like Roy's. Micaiah's is weird, and I hate it. Okay, let's go ahead and equip them then. So, Micaiah, Flux Thunder, we'll make sure you have Bone, Bone, also probably... Technically speaking, I got the... So I did Donald's Paralog off screen, and one of the chests had a Killer Lance. Sure, you're now my heal bot. Yeah, so if you played the shitty Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you'll know that there's a character there called Pyra. Celica in this game is just like Pyra if she was 8 years old and wasn't wearing a shirt. Because Japan. And steel, we'll give you a javelin. And we'll give you small. Okay, everyone's armed to the teeth. I think we're good to go. I know it was a bit slow to start and a bit of a Debbie... Fucking kidding. A little more than the Debbie Downer to start it, but we'll keep going. We'll make it through. Okay. Save. We're just gonna abandon the chapter 4 saves. Wow, I have a lot of mages. Wait. Oh, Lind, right. Well, Rick and Morty die. I kind of forgot. Yeah, they're both gonna die. They're not a game over condition, so I don't care, but... I'd like your Elwind, and I'd like your Mend, but... I'm not gonna risk life and limb to see. You can see I'm a little over leveled, but that's gonna peel off pretty quickly. Florina could, because Florina has like a big ball of stats thanks to having done the DLC and having Ephraim's Lance. I hit very hard, but I also have like poo-poo defense. So okay. So, Crom, you're gonna be backing up Edward. Alright, you have 17 speed. Probably take out... Okay, so... Assuming I don't get hit here, I could probably take you out. I'd need to take... I would definitely need to take you. If I pair up Arden, let's see, you have 16, you have 17. Okay. If I pair you up with Florina, Florina just gets to... Seriously, she has 9 movement. I love a fairy bot. Okay, so... Switch. Hack. Ephraim's Lance. I was gonna hurt, but... hang on. Options. Okay. Let's turn it on so we can see the beautiful Robin models. This isn't gonna be a bloodbath. I mean, it's gonna be for them, but... Arden's Arden, and we're good. Okay, let's hope this doesn't crash the game. Arden! Oh great, Nosferatu. All right, let's wait 20 years for this to go off. Okay, good job, Florina. Yeah, Arden doubling. Because he's got Ephraim's Lance and Pegasus Knight pair up, he has enough speed to double mages, which is kind of nice. 18. 1 speed. How much speed do I need to double you? I'm, in fact, not doubling you at all, but... Yeah, I think this is pretty safe. Alright, Edward time. Oh, nice. Okay, Crom's actually doing things. Yeah, so, Robin's officially permabenched since he's technically not I don't think he's required for any chapter. Maybe the end game, but I can just make him a backpack if that's, like, what needs to be done. Okay, you're a little annoying, but whatever. And we'll go ahead and rally luck. Salem here. And I can't lose Mist, because she's level 7. Because leveling up a cleric when you're trying to power level, it's not an easy thing to do. Alright. Oh, yeah, Rick. Wow, if you don't use the... So you get a rescue staff from the Donald Paralog. If you don't use that rescue staff, like if Lissa doesn't have a staff rank to use it, Rick can just die as a lunatic. Like, there's really no way about it. Paragon, no. Mist has magic +2, I want to say, as her personal. Okay, Arden, sweetheart, I need you to not die. Oh, right, he's required for the Baladar chapter, because that's like the... Xenologue... Not quite a prologue, but something else. Isn't Rescue B in this? Maybe, I'm not sure. Brom! Okay, so Maribel's also dead. Okay, so first thing we gotta do, we have to plug this hole because there will be dudes coming through it, and I don't want any part of that. Premonition. That works too. Do you have 17 speed? God, why the fuck are you so quick? Okay, so... Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... Trade... We're gonna pop a vulnerary so I don't die. I don't remember... So this game has ambush spawns, I don't remember any of them. I know that they come from forts, and they come in this chapter, and they're stupid. Because of which, I'm plugging these forts anytime there is a healer even close to it. Leaf's Blade. I like the little reference effects on this. Like, Leaf's Blade has essentially a built-in despoil. So it's kind of like capturing, where you would capture someone, take their stuff, and you sell it for money. HP, magic, and luck. Okay, that's not a very Edward level up. Yeah, it's luck percent, so... It would work well on someone like... No, actually. Well, then again, Edward has like 16 effective luck. When we're getting Leaf, I think Leaf is pretty powerful, all things considered, so... Under you. Of course, Salem being a good unit, just overkills this bandit. We will forge that wind home. DLC Leaf, I don't know. I want to say DLC Leaf is from the 2nd or 3rd wave, which means that he would at least be a promoted unit. I'm kind of just hoping that, like, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm just hoping that, like, no one pops out, a wyvern doesn't pop out of that and just, like, fuck my shit. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, I am saying it could happen. Oh, damn, okay. Dark Mage Solidarity. Good job, Micaiah. Oh, right! I forgot you could technically move the... Okay, so they don't necessarily die. Just if you don't move them. Good job, Maribel. Goodbye, Maribel. The Micaiah and Einherjar... You better not be talking about the art, because the art is anything but kind of decent. Yep, couldn't bear to make. Just gals being pals. See ya, Maribel. Yeah, as a unit, she's fine. She's made of paper, but she hits hard and she's not gonna double. Ah, okay, that's gonna be a problem. I want to say one of you guys has a hammer. Oh, you come with a tomahawk. Fucking Kino. Alright, Now, how much damage do you do? It's a lot. The answer is a lot. She comes with a dark mage but has shadow gift. Yes. It's for reclassing. Okay, we'll do that. Like, I'm sort of confident that I won't get hit, but like that's a 26%. It didn't start her as a mage. I want to say Micaiah is the way that you can. No. Well, Micaiah's Pyre is fire magic. Micaiah originally was intended to be a light and dark user, but that might be what they're referencing. Okay, I do have to fucking murder. This is bad. Yeah, this is decidedly not good. What the fuck? Alright, well, someone's dying. Already. And... I don't want to risk Edward, but like, hit 95, 103, 103, 103. Okay, so that nothing affects avoid. All right, well, fucking let's hope for the best. What does Crom have? You have your okay. You have your falchion. Okay, Eddie, come on, Godward, please don't die. Godward, good. Okie dokie. You have it like 829. I'm gonna keep you here because God, I know that there's gonna be reinforcements. One of the mages, yeah, Micaiah or Salem's probably gonna die here. I can pair one up with Brom so they live, but I'll do that. You don't even have access to Nosferatu this early. 8. This is essentially picking which kid you like the best. I didn't claim all of my bonus box stuff. I claimed some stuff that would be useful, but I didn't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I would need to move all the way over here, and that would be 29. There was probably a Nosferatu, but I know you just, in normal story, you don't have it. Okay, so here's the question. Do I save Salem, or do I save Micaiah? Because Micaiah comes with, like, essentially 2 personal skills. Salem. Mickey's a better unit, but Salem is apparently the acquired meme that has been thrust upon me. Hey, DeFritos. Welcome to the stream. We're choosing between Micaiah and Salem as to who the fuck dies. And she has Shadow Gift. That's fine. You know what? Democracy. It's out of my hands. One minute, go. Chat's sometimes telling, but... Yo, Croc, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. Oh, wow, he... I mean, there's no guarantee that I even live. Yeah, it looks like Micaiah's winning by a... Well. And... So I think what I'll do is I will... Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's Nativity. Salem can crit. He would still die, but... Yeah, wind magic sucks, because it has no might. Alright, well, that's democracy for you. Air up. Right. And we're gonna... Brom has, like, no res. He take 8 damage. You take 8 damage. 8 damage. 9... 5 act... Brom could die. That's... So I take 5 from you. 6... 16... 22... 8... Brom shouldn't die. Items used. Let's just hope that, like... Ah, yeah. Reinforcements. The stupid... Yeah, Salem's fucking dead. I'm pretty sure he gets doubled here. Okay, alright, he's fast enough to not get pooped. Yeah, Hex isn't gonna save you, my bud. Oh, maybe! I mean, he's doing chip damage. Okay, but that's not gonna... I won't ask for your name, only your life. Oh! Oh! Yeah! Salem, let's go! A bullion. He's still he's super dead. He's not gonna dodge everything. Alright, Salem good. You all chose poorly. Okay, Salem's living. Congratulations. Oh shit. Okay, we still have, like, a lot of work to do. I mean, he's still probably dead. Okay, so I could probably get rid of you. Yeah, Florina... that's not gonna be fun. Oh, boy. Regretting playing Lunatic already. I could kill you, I could pair you up with Brom. 5, 10. The problem is you do 19 damage. I can't afford to tank. Wait, no, I could use... Oh, god fucking damn it. Arden! That's bad. Brom's job broke. Arden missing, what a surprise. Brom, I need you to dual strike. Oh god damn it. Alright, this is really bad actually. So I could... I'm gonna back. Salem's probably still toast. Range of like over 2, 1, 2. Don't give any magic. So would have 5. He's still super dead. Best thing I can do here is try and take him. I give Salem to Arden the... Extra defense. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. And... yeah, Dark Mages give defense. Oh shit, Florina's probably dead. Vantage! Okay, well, Arden's dead. Arden's our first death. I guess he really was just too slow. And it looks like Salem's gonna be number 2. Oh boy. F for the pursuit ring, F for me. Jake is dead on the stream. Florina's probably dead here. Florina's dead. Ambush spawns are shitty mechanics. I'm allowed to use Brom. I'm not using Robin. Rip Lind too. God damn. This might be a massacre. Oh, she's living! We're leaving! Goodbye, JoJo! Okay, so it looks like you need to be either from Radiant Dawn or be Florina to live. See ya. Goodbye. We can't. I think Raven's in the game. I want to say Raven's a hero from Blazing Sword. I mean, I trained using the Golden Gaff because I needed to get enough money so I can recruit people without having to deal with like RNG bullshit for their maps. Man, I actually hate this a lot. I don't think you'll miss a 90, but, boy, that's, like, kinda scary at the prospect. Okay, we'll just Iron Sword you. I know we'll Leaf's Blade. This is all kicked off by Arden missing. As Azel on 9 Einherjar, I don't know. I don't think so, but... Attack. The 95. Okay. Good job, Florian. Boy, ambush spawns are just not a good mechanic. HP, magic, skill, speed, luck. Well, I know we're going Dark Flyer for you.
My strength is yours.
I think Awakening's hybrid RN. Okay, I think we're gonna, like, kind of cut a rug and run. Micaiah does fine against you, kill. Okay, so... technically speaking, resistance of 2 RN is FE6. I thought FE6 had, like... I think it's just that axes in that game suck. Wait. Bitch, back. Take 9. And I would take 10. So that's 19, but I take no damage from you. Okay, Brom time. Item, do more damage, probably kill. Arena, you're gonna come back here. Trade. If I get a Draco shield, it's going directly to you, because, like, your bulk scares me. Pegasus Knights can't get terrain bonuses, so... I'm not a fan of FE6. It does some things right, but those are the things that I don't value super. You know what? I'll take HP and defense. I'll take more bulk on my Merm. Aha! And Brom. Hey, cat. Yay, magic slowdown. One does not simply kill Brom. One certainly can come close. I mean, okay, Crom would actually be a pretty good option here, but... okay. So, if I attack with you... I can kill all 3 of you. We're golden, but... it is a reinforcement from here that I am a little worried about. So I can kill you. Something is a mark against a game. I don't... if you get auto-modded, it is either a default Nightbot setting... oh shit, alright. I guess we'll have to use Edward. It's not my doing. Nightbot has some default settings and Twitch has some default filters. It's probably because whatever you said is, like, a smaller part of, like, something that they're not down with. You're not gonna have any action taken against you on this stream for it. It's just like Twitch won't want to comment through. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Okay, 22. That fucking hurts. It's like, you can't say FE6. Okay, so that's like 5, damn who died? I should really I should make some sort of, like, counter for it. Salem Ardenland. Yeah, if you can keep track of that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll make a mic up command for next stream. So I can just add to it as time goes on. So I attack with... Okay, so you wouldn't be able to reach me. Presumably, if I can attack you with no fear, and I wouldn't immediately die. So, switch Micaiah. Just thunder you. Arden missed a 77, and he killed Salem because of it. Arden bad, Brom good. Yeah, remember when I said I thought I was over leveled? May have been true, but that doesn't mean that, like, this is any less bullshit. Only Arden had swords. I still think the best, like, universally best thing Project Ember did was give Armor Knights mastery over Weapon Triangle. Micaiah, I don't hate it, but I think, look, you've heard me rant about, like, cheesecaking up Lyn enough to know that I'm not a fan of, like, turning characters into just, like, cheesecakey moe blobs. And the fact that Awakening's Dark Knight attire is just a bikini, and that Micaiah's, like, sitting on the floor, like, in this, like, with her legs sprawled out weird, looking up at the camera. I'm not a fan. It's the implication. It's the implication I'm not a fan of. Dark Knight has armor, this is true. I also just reclassed her to mage, and she'd still have access to Nosferatu. And she'd have staff access. Like, if you're gonna cheesecake, that's fine, but, like, time and a place. Okay, real talk, Edward is just, like, carrying our run. I can time out Noose, but I'm not going to. He's not being insufferably annoying quite yet. I can guarantee we have room. Room has been made. Switch stuff, heal you. I mean, the bonus box Micaiah is just normal FE10 Micaiah art, so.
It's alright.
Birthright is better than FE7 now. No. Thorn Recruit next? We'll see. Can you guys just stop? Can you guys stop spawning? That'd be great. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... We have not done Soren. Okay, my stream's still good. I hope we're done with 5 and spam. It'd be really stupid to have a zone-based reinforcement. Like, if you're gonna have ambush spawns, can you make them, like, terrible or, like, having no movement? This is, like, chapter 5. This is chapter 5, yes. Ah, yes. Overlapping ranges, my favorite. Alright, Florina, time to shine. So you will keep up next turn. Great. Yeah, all the DLC. So Awakening has some, like, good generic. Okay, well, let me put it this way. Awakening Swordmaster is very good. It's just like 10 out of 10. I love it. And then there are other classes, and most of them suck. Actually, Ephraim's is pretty good. I think he gets Great Knight, so not too bad. Anyway, we will go ahead and Thunder. Actually, 7. I separate you and there we go. That should give you enough speed to bubble. Okay, so Dark Mage designs don't really make sense into how you would actually disperse heat in the desert. They wear dark colors, and they have a lot of exposed skin. Like, if anything, they'd be wearing white, and they'd be dressed like generic clerics, if we're being, like, more to the form of it. 23, 28... God, 320. I could live. But, like, the implication through pop culture is it makes sense. That's why I don't hate the Awakening Dark Mage designs as much as I hate the Fates ones. Just because at least with Awakening there is a thin veneer of explanation, even if it doesn't hold up to scrutiny. Alright, I have a feeling Edward's gonna be our carry this run, because... Okay, that was rough. We lost more than I'm comfortable. Oh, holy shit, man. Thanks for the gifted 10 subs. 1 to Jetpack, 1 to Next Level Gamer, 1 to the Legend of Bra, 1 to QWERTY, 1 to Esalam, 1 to Kendlerin, 1 to Dom, and a lot of numbers and letters, and I won't even begin to try and string together to make a coherent word. 1 to For Falcon's Sake, 1 for Scruffic, 1 to Phoenix Mode, which we're not playing on. As always, Nap, I appreciate you carrying the chat. It's... Maribel, are you hurt?
My humble thanks.
You died, Maribel. You're dead.
Hey.
Oh, it's you. Okay, you let me die. Whatever. I don't care about the story. Give praise to your Jagan, for he carries us all. So we're now here on Chapter 6. And we have the Anna paralogue open, I think. I want to say that's what that is. Yeah, Twins Turf. Oh, holy shit. Alright, 6 more subs. Did you just want the nice number of 150 gifted subs? I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but... Oh boy, you are carrying this chat hard. 1 to the Mysterious Emblem. Another to British Leprechaun. 1 to Zero. 1 to Arcult. 1 to Mega Master. 1 to Rickathon. And 1 to the Mysterious Emblem. Wait, I already read that, but... Nap, thank you. I appreciate how much you've done to support this stream. I mean, I hope it does something for you in return, and... For those of you who, like, are gifted subs by Nap, just, like, shoot the guy a thank you. He really does he does a lot for the stream and the community. Anna recruits Paralogue 4th, and what is this? Am I gonna take him out for a steak dinner? You know, at one point in time, I was like, I would unironically do that, but I think I'm gonna wait until the whole coronavirus thing blows over. Plus, I'm pretty sure you... Don't you live in Canada? Like, slightly northern Canada? I don't think legally I can even come to visit you. Anyway, we have a lot of dead... Well, we only lost 3, so I guess, technically speaking, Oh, we can replace them with Roy, Deirdre, Mulder, Lou, or Malice. Pablo, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just check what the enemies are like here. So in a normal hard playthrough, you can pretty much do all paralogs with their unlocks, but for Lunatic, I don't remember how it scales. New map. Here's the thing, you can't look at levels because, yes, arc fire and silver weapons and tomahawk. So that's gonna be a no. We're gonna wait on that one. There's no way I could defend Anna. Oh shoot, yeah, TB Chew, you've resubbed. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're gonna be hearing a lot of promotions. This is the mass promotion chapter. Yistol, I believe this is the defense chapter. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you're all equipped. You sort of are. Probably buy a heal staff from Mulder.
I carry only the finest.
Okay. Okay, actually, no, I want to watch this because this cutscene's cool. Because all the Awakening cutscenes before Chapter 10 are, like, really cool. My. Yeah, I think we finally got it. Pablo, thank you for the follow.
Crom?
Unpleasant thoughts.
Listen.
Yeah, and then you learn that, hey, Crom's father was kind of the worst. Anyway, Gangle has something of a reason to hate Yistol, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it's Marth. Okay, Quack, like, you can hate on a lot of things about Awakening, but, like, its cutscenes are the best the series has to offer. They are pretty objectively high quality. Yeah, Edward got the Balmwood staff. I think it's just like it's a crappy 3-use staff, if memory serves.
Crom? Yes.
I bashed in part of the wall.
Right.
How would Marth know?
Hmm?
Right.
No.
Future Emran is killed here tonight.
My apologies.
So I suppose... in Lucina's timeline, I guess Emran was killed here.
I'm about to
To
save your life from him.
Okay, yeah, maybe I should have high priority. This is what happens when you tank Marth's speed growth. Let me go ahead and, like, the details. I'm gonna go ahead and put you down high priority. There we go. It was set at low priority. I would play on Snicker stream. Senor Dingle said he got it to run, so I'll probably bug him after the stream. I'd like to do this from my 3DS, but...
Wait, you're a woman?
You're a woman?
And quite the actress, too. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out until just now.
Art Cult, actually, there is a reason behind Lucina's hair. I want to say it's in the art book, which I can just pull out. We'll do at every opportunity. Oh yeah, did anyone, like, just scrolling through? The OG Cordelia design. blue hair, looks a lot like Lucina. I feel like the implication was that Cordelia would be Lucina's mom. But nope, gotta make it Katria. And then there's Noe, who... God, why are you wearing garden? Anyway, Lucina. I want to say there's something where it shows how her hair is tied up. Might not be in the art book. Kozaki might have posted it on Twitter after the fact, but... Nope, okay, it must have been posted somewhere. But she essentially tucks it under why her hair is so poofy in the back. You already have a mod? I have a modded 3DS. Like, I have I need to redo Luma, because I think I screwed that up when trying to get Checkpoint to work, but yeah, my modded 3DS is the only way I can actually transfer saves. Anyway, Sumeragi and Lin are out because they're my carry units to farm. So, we have Malice, Lou, and Molder. I guess we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take like a break and let this poll run for a few minutes, but we're just gonna vote who don't you want me to bring? Am I on A9 LH? I think I'm on Boot 9 Strap. Like, Rybeen, if you could do me a solid and just, like, shoot me, if you're around, shoot me a message after stream. I mean, if, like, that's something you care to do. Okay, we're gonna have, like, a 5-minute break, and I'm just gonna let this run. So, this is gonna be a vote for who you don't want me to, since I will only be able to bring 2 out of the 3. So, who don't... I'm gonna put their personal skills in parentheses and Molder. Okay, we're gonna have a quick 5-minute break. Go ahead, stretch, unload emotional baggage. You know the drill. Anyway, I'll be back. Just take it easy, chill out here, and we will return soon. Apologies for the water. That's some stuff I needed to talk with family about. Okay. All right. Back to Awakening. So looks like. Oh. Ooh, we're not bringing Lou. Man, A-Mans cannot catch a break. Okay, let's go ahead and Alder. Do I have any? I recommend Almwood. Oh, it's nice. You can heal the wielder, right? Well, oh. Aren't you supposed to? The problem is I don't really have any sort of like Lyn as a Jagan would just kill everything. Bro, just Jagan Dagdar. I guess after this chapter, I might pick one up. Killing Edge. I'm gonna go for like Killing Edge or like some weapon. Leaf's Blade, Celis Blade. Give you Leaf's Blade, and I will give Celis Blade. Oh, wait, shit. No, that's not what I want to do. That. Do I lose the items when they die? No, I don't. Okay. I don't have a lot of weapons for balance too. All stats +2. Yep. an extra concoction. Like that. Aya could probably use that. I guess I could always early promote someone. Like I could early promote Brom to have a general, or I could promo Edward to have a sword master. I think one of those things where I'd probably prefer having a wall to a dodge tank. Just looking at the map here. Awakening mods. Problem with Awakening mod. Maybe I'm just not super well versed in Awakening, but I don't think there's a whole lot of not a whole lot of hacking utility that goes on for it. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry that it's just been. I'm sorry that I've been like slow on starting this, but I think it's probably a half decent idea to promote someone. Because we're dealing with like 30 strength physical enemies. Gregor's sort of Yagma, I guess. Brom or Malice, probably. Edward's good, but like, comparatively speaking, 14 defense compared to Edward. 19. Yeah, Malice is actually really fucking good. Jeez. Oh, wait, from what I've seen from the homebrew discords, the problem with Awakening is a lot of its internal coding is far less organized than Fate's, such that modding it's very difficult. Oh, fuck it, we're gonna early promote. Edward, Malice. 60 seconds. I'll let you guys choose. That's fine. I think I'd be fine with any of these. I think Brom would probably be the best early promote candidate, just because he has so much defense. Must vote for the horny. So Brom, then. Yeah, okay, Brom kind of swept it. That's fine. You get a Master Seal. Yep. Ooh, so Great Knight or General? Ooh. General gives me... Alright, well, fine. New poll, Great Knight or General? Democracy. We can just have another Frederick. General really isn't much better. Great Knight's considerably better. It gets Luna. General, at least I think Great Knight. Yeah, Great Knight gets Luna. General just gets defensive abilities. General is funnier. Rally defense is kind of useful, but Device is kind of overkill given that Brom's not going to take much in the way of physical damage anyway. Well, that's is voting general. All right, well, congratulations. Any one of you could have swung it, but yeah, he's a farm guy. He's using one of his plow horses. Okay, well, great night, Brom it is. We have a Frederick. Okay, we're gonna skip this because it's gonna lag the other little crap out of my computer. So Awakening Brom decided to go back to his farm and pick up one of his horses for battle. I can buy that. There are horses in Radiant Dawn. They've got decent stats. There we go. And we can give you a Brom's sword. And E-axes. I don't have a bronze axe. That is a little annoying, but we will make do with what we got. Ephraim's Lance. Javelin. And I gotta get I'll get axes after this. Okay, so view map. Edward and Crom are gonna be paired together. What about Kaya? God damn it. You two will probably be paired, and you two will probably be paired, so. Lucina is at like the worst possible spot. That's fine. Okay, we'll save. Again, apologies for the slow start. This is a bit of a different stream than I expected, but
Yes,
something to do. We're gonna kill the Exalt? Yeah, no. But Gaius, hey, Thief of a Heart of Gold.
Sister! Think again. Let's go.
Some of these actors do not belong in the stage. Okay, this is one of the plot points of Awakening that I'm like, Valadar is kind of stupid. Anyway, whatever. Potion is gleaming.
No. I'm so sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, they should. Don't they actually? I don't know. Would they actually flee if you rout the enemy? Because it's not a defeat, but technically speaking, I guess routing the enemy does include defeating the boss, so that's kind of stupid. That's a little annoying, I'm being perfectly honest. I mean, Ike kind of takes after Grail. He has his mother's hair, but her hair color, but okay. So we can just sort of like throw Brom down here to get rid of some of these guys. Just gotta double check. Hammers can kill me, and that's about it. Steel, steel, steel. Ah, Ephraim's Lance. Alright, it's time for Brom. Pause for dramatic effect, why don't you? Sumra, I accidentally, so I was trying to dismiss the Einherjar, like, the spot pass, or the street pass Einherjar that I had built up in my years of not playing Awakening on my 3DS. Accidentally recruited Sumeragi, so I decided, whatever, they're really over-leveled. I'm just gonna use them to farm money so I can recruit people. Okay, you do 28 damage. And I can live it, so live I shall. 1836, so I need 6. good defense map since let's use Gambit. Conquest Chapter 10, my guy. There's a reason it's exalted as much as it is. You would do... Okay, I would live. Who died? So Leonardo is an option. 3 people have died. I'm gonna make a Nightbot command. Chad, if you would be so kind as to like keep track of who all kicks the bucket. That's what? An extra void, so that'd be 18. You wouldn't even... Realistically, you wouldn't even... I'll just go ahead and put you here. There we go. Elysia's Gambit's a really good defense map, but it's a defense map that is like only possible because of the circumstances. Boy howdy. Oh great, Ace Swords. Yeah, I think the slowdown is the main reason I... Yeehaw. No, I'm fine. Slowdown's probably the main reason I'd like to switch over to Snicker Stream. I don't think I'd be able to fix that entirely. Like I mentioned before, Awakening is a lot more spaghetti code than Fates is. And... it just so happens that, like... Spaghetti, it's not as well optimized. Even though it runs fine on Citra. It has to load certain things from the RAM very easily. But you have 8 resets. The reason we have 8 resets is... I technically have not reset since getting Einherjar, but the first couple chapters of Awakening were... I mean, I tried to get through it on Lunatic, and it's stupid, so... And everyone's moving, so we need to plug the center hole.
No.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Fight the prophets.
Right.
Good.
I like Lucina.
Yes.
You have my gratitude.
Are you ready?
Okay, so Pan. I haven't talked about units at all, but Pan's an interesting one. I think she is absolutely garbage in a Tag Wolf form. Tag will have no access to 1-2 range, forges, or interesting weapons. But statistically speaking, she's alright, just reclass her. You have a second seal up to this point, and if you want to use Pan, I think she has access to Liven reclass? Like, she is a good unit, just not as a Tag Wolf. Okay, so... go ahead and... give me strength and movement plus 2. Thief and Wyvern Rider. Okay, that's what it is. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 5... Okay, so I wouldn't even be able... Well, I would be able to drop you and then pair you up with someone else. That would imply... Okay, so I could kill Florena. We'll just use the bronze sword. I'll kill Florena. I will drop Malice there. I will pair her up with Pan, and I should take care of the left side for her. I want to say I'll be able to do that with Chrome. Wait, did you attack? Out. Maybe I kill with Edward here, and I leave for... arena to tank you guys. And then I could drop... Then who would I pan? Okay. I think that's what we'll do. So, 19, you have 5 res. I won't die even if you hit me, so... Right? Yeah. So, I'll go ahead and... Does Celis Blade give me... Oh, Celis Blade actually gives me a little extra speed. Huh. It's nice.
My strength is yours.
Good job, Brom. It'd be interesting to play through an Awakening where Marth isn't here, because, like, Emmeryn would be killed here. It'd be interesting how Crom's characterization changes. Heck. And how much damage do I don't actually die. Okay, so I have 14 defense as opposed to Roy's 8. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and just switch, Trade of Malice, Leaf's Blade, Iron Sword, separate Malice out here. Are you up for the extra strength and speed? It's 13 times 2. Okay, so right-hand side should be fine here, so we're just gonna start moving Deirdre and company over. Switch. I will heal up Edward a little bit. Take swap. I think I can take swap and drop, right? I think I can. Switch. Trade. Upgrade up here. How about I can heal Micaiah next turn? Oh! So you have chosen death. Gaia says, hey, I'm not here to kill the Exalts. I'm... Yeah, okay, that's bad AI programming. That's inconsistent with the dialogue. You should just rush the treasure chest or run away. That's dumb. That is very dumb. I mean, I'd kill him off anyway because we're not using him, but that's still very dumb. And the 1, and the 2. Good job, Micaiah. Alright, let's see if Malice is any okay. She's gonna need to dodge some stuff. That is in fact not dodging stuff. Don't get hit by 12%. That's not okay. Okay, alright. Oh, okay, that's actually really solid. Yeah, we're gonna just have to deal with the slowdown, unfortunately. Yeah, I want to say thieves only go for chests and birthright. There's certain facets of Fire Emblem design that just aren't present in Conquest or Revelations, just because of the nature of the maps and what you face. In Conquest, chests are, I think they're just generally used as, like, side objectives for the player to go for. Okay, so I need to kill you. I think we're gonna have to start using Aetherites or a Javelin. Brom has enough bulk. The Dark Mages don't hit quite hard yet. So, like, compared to, like, the 32 strength guys, the Dark Mages don't hit that hard yet. Because they know you don't have... They know you don't have any res tanks. Wow. That's kind of shitty. That's very shitty. Okay, we'll just Leaf Splade you. You'll probably dodge. I can heal you up and hopefully go from there. Birthright with no route would be better than Conquest. Hard disagree. Even if they weren't route chapters, I would argue Birthright of the 3 routes of Fates is my pick for the worst. There's not a lot of redeeming value to it. It is inoffensive at best, but it doesn't bring anything unique to the table. Okay, Molder XP. It's not worse than Revelations, but I think Revelations has some merit in just being like a... There are people who like Fates because you can just like pair up a bunch of people and get a bunch of supports, and I think Revelations has merit in having cross like game supports. And like that is the only point of merit I will give Revelations. But I think it is a point of merit worth acknowledging. So do I die to you? No, I don't. Okay, so 5. I could do that, and I'd have to eat a lot of shit here. I'm just gonna wait. Back over, and we'll have you wait. Look, like, I hate Conquest Story. I think Conquest Story is... I'm not sure if it's worse than Revelations, but... And it's certainly nothing to write home about. And doing dual straight? Nope, okay. I think that there is some merit to Revelations in what it offers to people who like modern Fire Emblem, just to, like, play Matchmaker. Go Brom. This is just, he's just better Frederick. Dude, here's the thing though, the story, like, okay, the main scenario of Birthright is inoffensive at the best. It's not good. I wouldn't even call it okay. It is a bad story, but it is inoffensively bad. Nothing in Birthright, save for Elise jumping in front of Xander, like, actually actively made me grow. 18, 30, enough. Like, in most cases in Birthright, I'm just like, okay, this is kind of stupid, but whatever.
My turn.
Revelations is, like, almost comically stupid in how it presents its story. Like, I could laugh at how stupid Revelations was. Maybe at that point, I'd just given up all hope for Fates being something worth writing home about, but... I don't think there's anything that, like, it can offer. I think even games with, like, a weak main scenario, like, I love FE7, but its main scenario is not its selling point. Okay. There we go. But FE7 has pretty decent character writing and very solid theming. Which, I don't think any of the Fates trio can really lay claim to either of those two things. Brom promoted to Great Knight. They voted horse, so yeehaw. We're doing horsey. Let's see. Nosferatu, I have a res to... Let's kill you? I mean, if I miss the knight, well, if I miss it, Akai is dead. 14, 8. Actually, no, because I could heal with Molder, and Molder wouldn't die, because Molder's a Chad. Ralph is not in this game. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna just turn off animations for certain units, because, like, that's actually giving me a headache. Yeah, that's just... If I had to guess, I would say this game does not save things to the RAM as well as Fates does, so it's not quite as smart in how that's optimized. Hey, still more frames than 3 houses cutscene. Anyway, Momo Mango, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay here, despite this somewhat weird playthrough we're doing. You do 32 damage. I would die. Which Einherjar has died so far? Salem, Arden, and Lind, I want to say? Okay, yeah, promoting Brom. Very good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a Nightbot. Next break, I'm gonna go ahead and make a Nightbot command just so I don't have to, like, remember it. 1919. 38, that should be enough. Give Micaiah Flux Forge name it Ear Shattering Star. Oh yeah, first person chugging. My god. That doesn't help at all. Oh, actually, that is kind of bad. This is a weird feature of Awakening. She missed a 91. Salem went out like a champion, though. He cheated death only to have Arden decide that no, you get to die. Yep. Okay. And Silver Axe. Well, the 3DS. Awakening does a pretty good job with, like, selling 3D features of the 3DS. At least as well as you can for a Fire Emblem title. I don't think the first-person thing's quite it, but a lot of its cutscenes are designed in such a way that, like, it makes use of the depth of field that 3DS has. Hey, Valadar. I introduce you to Brom. God, that's stupid. Alright, how much damage do you and how much speed do you have? You do 27 damage and you have 12 speed. 7... Yeah, alright. Go get him, Micaiah. Boy's our boy. First person is also in Fates. I want to say they abandoned it with... I think they abandoned it in Echoes, but at that point, the 2DS was out, so it would be a weird feature to push when after Nintendo had realized that the whole 3D gimmick of the 3DS wasn't its selling point. Mulder just found a whole ass log. Alright, cool. Emran was supposed to be an easy target, but you didn't account for Brom. Micaiah, you missed a 90! Alright, Florina. HP, magic, skill, speed, luck, resist. Alright, well, you're definitely going Dark Flyer. There's not really any... Ear-shattering star. What are these hits? This is Micaiah. It's Arc Fire and Heal. You do... Wait a second. Half of your... I don't like... Oh, God, I don't like that. 15 times 2. Ah, shit. I can't even Brom it up. I'm gonna do another chapter after this. I've only been streaming for 2 hours, so yeah. I'd say it's a decent way to keep my mind off of things, so why the fuck? Attack, you do 12 damage to me? Which... I could rally... Nah, Brom on miss can't do it. I rally luck, that's like 12 extra luck, so that's a 55 hit. Oh, God, it just like... Actually, wait, do that? No, it's one extra move. Yeah, okay, Brom would actually be able to switch attack. Oh, God, he can't even... Brom can't do it. And Brom would most certainly get one shot by a vet. I just got a bank on Edward critting. Rally luck, let's go!
It's all right.
Godward, Godward, crumb, 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 crumb. Okay. I just needed vengeance, not to proc. You know, you could have saved me a lot of grief and crit immediately. Hey, GG easy. HP, strength, speed, defense. I gotta heal. Cool. But there are no heroes in this war. And no one died, which is nice. Thank the gods, you're safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, cool. And
Forgive me.
I like her design. I also kind of like the Falcon Knight. I think that's the generic Falcon Knight design. I like the armor on that.
No.
I like how it's like poofy.
What?
And she's wearing pants. That's nice.
Hmm?
It's like, if you're flying up in the air, it's probably cold. Remember to take breaks, Anna. Just, like, don't tell me how to live my life. This is Iron Man. This is Iron Man anxiety. Chapter number, we are on chapter 7. Hey, and... Okay, we need to get a bronze axe. Parlay with this team. Buy items. Do I have a... Oh, you actually have a bronze axe. Cool. Just take that and... Alright. So we'll buy you eventually. What is an Iron Man? People die when they're killed, and when they're gone forever. I suppose you could call this a Bronze Man, because in a traditional Iron Man, if you ever get a game over condition, you would completely restart the run. However, I'm playing on Awakening Lunatic, and I don't want to do that. No. Like, I've reset 8 times, and that's just because the beginning of Lunatic is kind of stupid.
What can I fix you with?
But yeah, you can consider this a Bronze Man. I'll call it an Iron Man until I have to go back on the whole bronze thing, but... For the time being, if Einherjar die, they're dead forever. So, let's go to wireless. Bonus box. And bonus items. Get a renown award. The bonus teams. Batter Dragon. It's like second or third, I think. Like third is probably the most I'd get. Look at that. It's Roxas and 3 of her brothers. I love how Roxas is just like Roxas triple teamed by Eldigans. Like everyone else has like full teams, and then it's just like, oh yes, 3 brothers. Bonus items. I will get the Book of Naga, or the, no, well, Forseti, sure. I thought I would get to confirm on that, but whatever. Oh, are those her Chapter 2 green units? I'd like to think they're all just Eldigans. It's her Paladins in Chapter 2. I like to think that they're just 3 of her brothers. But fine, if you want to be lore accurate and remember more about FE4 than I do, that's fine. I won't stop you. Anyway, where the frick frack paddywhack are you? No. Wait, where? I thought there was... Maybe it's later. thought there was a Nosferatu you could get here. Oh well. Yeah, imagine if they all had Mistletoe. Barracks. Cool, we get something from the barracks. Support between... Yeah, well... I'm sitting on the bench. You guys have fun. Do Dagdar. Yeah, okay, well... I mean, we might as well just recruit him. So... Bonus box. Sure. Boogie. Team... Thracia. Daguda. If we could get Ray. We could get Sarah or Matthew. I kind of want to get a thief just so I can open chests, but I think I'd have to wait a little bit for... Double Duel is very similar. It's a wireless function very similar to GBA Arena, Link Arena. I be Dagdar, a Mount Veeldrake. Alright, I'm just gonna recruit him. I come to Dagdar. Yeah, Jafar's like a level 20 assassin, so... What are the 4 mages they come with? And the only mages he's really associated with are like... Technically, I guess Lilina by virtue of like allegiances? Works, sort of, but like they don't have a support or anything. I think it's probably just for rounding out the team. Damka is cool because he's the only person that actually threatens a Sigurd solo. You can't threaten a Sigurd solo. Possible. So I believe someone redeemed the hydration, so hydration I shall. Yeah, Gale Force Jamka is just stupid. Anyway, Breakneck Pass, Chapter 7. I mean, but like, Sarah's a cleric, not really. Like, Matthew has more of a connection with Sarah, but it would make more sense if it were a cleric. I believe this is the one where we get betrayed and get Cordelia. So I know that there are Wyvern reinforcements from the back. Chapter is Cancer. You are not wrong. Okay, so... Oh shoot, I forgot to actually get... So Dagdar comes with Despoil as his personal, while Matthew comes with Wrath, because he's angry that Leela's dead, and he has to have a support with Jafar to come to grips with it. So once again, new poll, who we bringing? Dagdar, Lou, or Matt? Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Doesn't the LTC of this chapter skip Cordelia? I think so? I don't remember if skipping her... Does she actually join your party if you clear it before she, like, spawns in? Oh, right, there we go. You can vote on mobile, by the way. Does Dagdar, do warriors have bows in it? Okay, so they do still have bows. That's cool. I like Dagdar's. Wow, no one likes Lou. I think I have enough. Yeah, okay, that's enough too. Got sea axes. One day we'll get you Hector's axe. Hey, Dagdar gang it is. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little rough. You're oh, condom commercial. Well, hopefully it's back to safe sex. Okay, so you have 11 speed. I think the best thing I could do for Dagdar is pair him up with Florina. Because she has 26 speed. Jesus Christ. Dagdar. Ooh, okay, that's 25. Dagdar doesn't have a lot of defense. Okay. 1, 2. Wouldn't be able to do that. Are there any hammers? There don't appear to be any hammers, which would be my 29, 29. Archmage is actually not a terrible pair-up, since it gives defense. But if I pair up Dagdar with Brom, he's just gonna one-shot everything, so we'll probably go with that. Wait, there's a hammer on a barbarian? I dislike you. Well, 11 speed. Your overlay spell's available wrong? Well, now I feel silly, but I can fix that. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yep, that's cool. There you go. Well, fixed it, but also we're no longer voting, so. Ah, smell that men, it's a wind of fortune, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so. Oh, hey, look, it's our next unit in Heroes. Goodbye. Okay, so we stay out of your range, but we... you, and you. How much damage do we need? You have 10 defense, so you have 46 effective health. That would be 6, so I'd have 26. 46. And... oh, wow. Okay, so we just turn Brom into, like, God, and we go from there. I didn't grab a bronze axe, which I should have probably done, but... Iron Lance is 5 times 2. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances. I need to kill these wyverns on stat. Oh, that's what Dagdar looks like. It's weird that he doesn't have a beard. That is incredibly weird that that's supposed to be Dagdar. Okay, so that should take out you two, as well as you. I'll have to deal with these wyverns, so... What you... You have what? 11, 16 speed, that's actually enough to kill? 17 for Falchion. He should one round that, so I can move Eddie up here. What is your speed? Your speed is 12. Eddie gives 5 speed with a pair up? With 6 speed. 17, 14. If I put Deirdre here, should be able to take out the... Enough, okay. We'll pair up you with Deirdre. And right here. Luck, and we will just like keep Florina away the fuck away from everything because God, until you get Gale Force, sweetheart, you're not gonna do anything. Okay, enemy phase. That's gonna hurt. Never mind, you're bad at video games. I'm good at video games. Oh my god, alright. Maybe I just change game speed to fast. Oh. Okay, Brom's just gonna take it. Royal Alina banner win. Isn't his map sprite Bishop the Hierarch? Okay, goodbye. Okay, so we're gonna make like Radiant Dawn and just have Brom kill everything. Alright, I guess it's just War Cleric or Sage, right? I guess Bishop Sage is kind of, if you don't have light magic, Bishop Sage is kind of a useless distinction to make. See, I always thought that Lucius was a war monk over a sage because just like Raven taught him how to wield an axe for reasons. Okay, the question is, can I just one-shot you? No, I can't. Unfortunate, but what about Dagadu? We're getting a mythic Grail. Grail's not gonna be a mythic. The one chance that for a Grail ult that we really had, like a non-Valentine's Grail ult that we had, was given to Ike instead. So I think the one Grail we have is all we're getting. Unless they make like Fiora and just like inexplicably give him another one. Oversoar is 25, but like I have 20. I can eat that pretty well. Yeah, I can tank that jab well enough. Or tank the hammer pretty well. I just bit my tongue and it hurts like hell. And I'll Iron Lance you. Like, Fallen Grail would have been hype, but from a pragmatic perspective, I get that, like, and I mean this in the nicest way I can say, casuals, but like, let's go with the uninitiated to Fire Emblem probably don't know much of who Grail is. But everyone knows Ike, so just like, hey, yeah, it's Fallen Ike. Ooh, cool. Okay, Micaiah, you really gotta, like, step your game up just a little bit. Like, I require, like, minimum effort. Oh yeah, no, they don't know who Julia is, but it's one of those things that like no one knows who FE4 characters are, so there's not really a thing as a deep cut as far as FE4 is concerned, because Western and modern audiences just will not know anyone is there, just by nature of it. And yeah, Julia's a girl, so, you know, you can sell on like, ooh, it's a cute, edgy girl, hoo-hoo. And healer squad, go ahead and... God, I'm probably gonna early promote Mist as soon as I can. This is gonna hurt if you hit, and you did. Hey, great night. HP, strength, magic, skill, and luck. Yeah, Brom has a lot of luck. My man is not getting crit.
No.
Okay, Cordelia.
Right.
Young, yet, but quite gifted. Anyway, here's like baby's first wife through Cordelia. Thanks for the steel lance and the javelin. We're gonna put you on Mist so we can run away. From Lance you, which would kill both of them. Now, problem is, kill you, then you two die, and I'd have to tank the silver sword, which is 25 damage, 20 speed, but I can probably do that. That's fine. Getting a little dicey, but 29, 33. How much defense do I have? I have effectively 29 defense. Okay, so I don't actually take any damage from these Wyvern Riders. Cool. I take 1 from Weapon Triangle, but like I can deal with that. Yeah, Earth Sword would probably just be like Soul Lance. I'm kind of afraid for what's coming next, so that's... I don't remember if they come this turn or next. So. Silver Sword. Right there, I would. Oh. If I move here, I at least don't give him the forest. No, Leaf Blade. That's 7. He's got 37 HP. I think Molder could probably eat 1 hit, and he's got Miracle. Ephraim's Lance is almost gone, but like, that's fine. Like, the worst part about Awakening Lunatic is early game. Dagger, you know, you could like cut in at any time to save some uses on this lance. We got B lances. B is for Brom. We got 6% miracle proc. I've been saved by less. So I take 1 damage here, but I take 0 damage. Thanks, Dagdar. I think that's the end of Ephraim's lance, though, or Ephraim's lance. That's okay. Iron does a good job as well. Chapter 7 silvers. They don't mess around. I think there were a couple silvers in Chapter 6 as well. Like... so I can put you here, and I could, if I concoction, that's 20 HP, that's 30, so how much damage do I take? I take 10 from you, but I take, like, none from any of you. So if I sit here with a concoction, I should be fine. Okay. Silver bow is a little scary, but okay, so I'd have to attack with Malice's current position, which is fine. Should be fine. Ish. Like, okay, he'll eat a steel lance, which is 31 damage. Yeah, that does hurt a little bit, but I don't eat the silver bow, so I should be alright. Put Cordelia up here. I can mold her here. Okay, let's just hope I don't die. Okay, cool. I don't remember ambush spawns, so like this is a little spooky. Okay, here comes Boss Man. I'll splatter. Jesus, yeah, okay, this guy is gonna be really rough to kill. Yeah, Awakening Lunatic. It wasn't really play tested. Hey, give me a solid miss. Thank you. No, that was entirely unnecessary, Crom, but thank you for saving your non-existent durability on the falchion.
Good.
Alright, Roy, I'm gonna need you to cut in for a dual strike, or Malice, I'm gonna need you to crit. Pick one. Or both. That works too. HP, strength, magic, speed. Yeah, in Japan, hey, listen, if your cousin, it's cool if you're it's cool if you marry if you're cousins, but like, don't let them catch you doing any of that gay stuff. Like, it's cool if you buy 200 smutty BL novels, but don't marry your significant other if you're both dudes. Right. Okay, I think getting steel lance. Dagdar the kill. Problem is, I think Dagdar gets doubled. He doesn't. Oh, Dagdar has bows, that's right, but can he actually get the... He can't get the kill. And... don't... think... yeah, Crom could make it and switch to Florina, but Florina would die. Only out a steel bow. Technically speaking, so the player does not even have access to steel weaponry that aren't dropped at this point. So you're supposed to be doing all of this with like Frederick's Silver Lance, the Falchion, the Killer Lance and Killing Edge that you get like going through the story as normal, and like I think one Steel Lance, one Steel Sword that you get in this chapter, and that's about it. Get your tea, dude? Oh shit, I should get my tea. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just Iron Lance you. Okay, yeah, you get an L-Wind too. Though L-Wind is not that great. I think it's got 2 might. So, it's not awful. Just by the nature of effective weaponry, effective weapons having low might means. Oh, Ellen has 6 might. I thought it only had 4. The wind only has 1, so it's a terrible thing. Just let it start brewing. Pro tip: put spoons in your fridge so you never have to go to the okay, we'll let that steep. Crit rigging time. I mean, there's not really any crits to rig unless I... okay, what is your speed? You have a speed of 14. I have a speed of... Right, so... I only get 5, though. That would not be enough. Is Makai any faster? No. We'll go ahead and put here, and we'll put you way the fuck up here. Here they come! God damn it. One, and a kill for Flynn. Molder might be dead here. I didn't remember, I knew the reinforcements came. I was hoping it would be 1 turn still. Good job, Chrome. Good job, Matt Mercer. HP, strength, speed, luck, defense. I'll take it. And Florina got beat lances. We have DLC units. Yes, Roy and Makai are their DLC variants. Miracle. You know, if Molder had the beard, he'd be fine, but... Oh, no, we're good. The boulder... Well, oh, Boulder still might fall, but... Cool, alright. Boulder lives to fight another day. Go ahead and... That... so the problem with Roy is that he's level 11, and... does 8... Well, okay, he can actually do some stuff. It's not entirely fair. Like, I can feed Roy a kill using Dagdar. Never mind! Dagdar does not want to share. Okay, maybe Micaiah wants to share. So, effective wind is just a thunder tome. Like, that's so stupid. Let's do this. Let Roy be useful, we'll try. Which attack? God, Roy just might fucking die or whatever. Okay, Roy dodged. Roy's our boy. Okay, so... That's not great. I'm pretty sure... If I'm lucky enough that reinforcements don't spawn, I should... Okay, we're good. Oh right, so the Einherjar DLC units, I think they come with 2 personal skills?
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess Roy comes with Dual Strike Plus and Aegis. They're gone.
My lord. What?
Okay, I don't talk much about Awakening's story. This is the one part of Cordelia's character that I love. There are two parts to Cordelia's character. Well, I guess three. There's her, like, essentially veneer of perfection. There is her unrequited love for Crom. And there is her survivor's guilt. The unrequited love for Crom takes center stage in so many of her supports, and I hate it. It is the least compelling of her character traits. Survivor's guilt, however, is something very interesting, and it plays into the whole veneer of perfection. I wish they would have leaned harder on it, because I think Cordelia is a pretty good character in terms of writing. I hate that they kind of flanderize her to just be like a more annoying Catrian.
Please reconsider.
We get the Fire Emblem. So, I want to say, if you recruit Crom before this, or if you promote Crom before this chapter, Great Lord Crom wears the Fire Emblem on his, like, arm as a shield. But if you promote him before he gets it, he'll be wearing a generic shield, which I think is really cool.
Yes.
It's something that's like it's attentive to detail, but it's something that most players wouldn't see. You normally don't promote Crom before this chapter. Like, I guess you could, realistically. He'd be a candidate for early promotion, but most players, if they're not grinding, probably will only have Crom around level 12 if we're not like... Because I've been using Crom and Robin almost exclusively.
Sister!
I don't know, it's a nice little detail that I'd seen on a repeat playthrough.
Lisa.
Oh, he loses it when it gets taken in the story later? That's cool. Plus, damn it. Alright, fine. Like, I don't hate Awakening. I think Awakening's first arc is generally well enough done. You need to promote Crom and Lunatic Plus, but yeah, but you're promoting him to Sniper.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on. I gotta complain about a character real quick. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey.
And hang on.
Captain.
They really wanted, like, Sumiya to be endearing, I guess, and it does not work. They try very hard. It does not work. Anyway. We got another paralog, and... Hang on, we got an Anna. Oh, dear Anna, do you have a master seal for me? Ooh, you do!
Take your
Gimme,
time.
gimme, gimme, gimme. Also, probably gimme. And also gimme. Okay, so So it's Paralog 4 that you recruit Anna? Do you have to do 2 and 3 to get Anna in 4? Mist is only level 9, I think. Oh, only level 8, damn. To me, it's a better unit than Crom? Yeah. No, she's not. She's a flyer, sure, but I think the only way to... How do I put this? Sumiya has flyer utility, but she doesn't have a lot of, like, strength. Doesn't have bulk, she doesn't have strength, or... Yeah, no bulk, no strength. And flyer utility makes her useful as a backpack. I guess you can supplant it with a support of Vake, but, like... This isn't a case like FE7 where enemies are... And I'm judging this on like hard or lunatic. This isn't a case like FE7 where enemies are weak enough and enough of them use swords to where using a Pegasus Knight is okay. Her bases don't carry her. It's hard to get levels on her. And because reclass is a thing and you get Pan, I would argue Pan's a better unit than Sumiya for that very reason. She has the stats to reclass into a flying unit that can actually do something. Like, Sumiya's not a terrible unit. I don't like her as a character, but she's not a terrible unit. She's just... She doesn't win the day by virtue of being a fly. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and kind of reorganize our inventory real quick, because we need to give some people some stuff. Iron Killer Vulnerary, Florina gets... Argoleaf, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Mist... Boys, fine. Deer just... Steel Sword. That's going on Malice. I need her to hit hard. Wyrm Slayer. Is promoting Crom worth it to avoid game overs? This is something of a bronze man, so... did I see the Zerkmaster video on Lyn? No, I didn't. Does Crom have any character? Yes, actually, he does. I think we're well past the point where shitting on Awakening just to be funny is, like, a thing worth giving credence to. Crom has a pretty decent character arc, and he's fairly well fleshed out as a lord. Priest, Bagdar, Steels, Delia, you get to live, I suppose. Brom can restock on a... Oh, he actually has one, so I guess I'll give you a Steel Lance. And... that should be good. Unless I have to equip you guys, but apparently I don't. There is literally zero opportunity cost in Awakening once you have both your skills. Actually, no, because don't you get tier 1 skills if you early... No, because you get it at level 10, so... Yeah, no, early promotion in Awakening. There's no downside, because you can just reclass. Like, you can second seal. And immediately get reset to level 1. Brom is a Hector Ellawood mix. In terms of disposition, I'd say, so yeah, it's... not long. I like Crom. I think Crom is a fairly well done lord in that he wears his character flaws on his sleeve, and he's like pretty cognizant of them. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Like a 9. Like from the first moment you meet Crom, like you learn his character flaw, and it's pointed out by Frederick that he is. He's overly trusting. And that will be his downfall. And in Lucina's future, it is. And in, I want to say the Robin Crom support, like, Robin points out that, like, hey, you're way too trusting, and it's gonna get you killed. And then Crom's just like, yeah, I know, but, like, that's what I've got you for. You'll be my pragmatism. You'll keep me safe. There we go. Tier 1 skills are 1 in 10. Yeah, God, there really is no downside to... So I kind of want to save a Master Seal for Mist, but like I could also just early promote someone, so I'd have another frontliner. Personally, I think the Valm arc should have been removed from the game, that like rescuing Tiki should have been like 2 chapters. Walhart, Yenfei, all those villains should not be in the game. You should go to Valm to rescue Tiki, and maybe that allows Gangrel or Valadar to push into your lease, sure. But, like, the second act should just be, like, the Future Past DLC. It's kind of like Corrin's over-trusting, but it's used well. Yeah, because Crom recognizes it as a character flaw, and, like, it being a character flaw is the entire reason that the conflict of this game works. Like, Crom is killed by Robin because he doesn't listen to Frederick. Promote... Actually, yeah, if I early promote Florina into a Dark Flyer, she can actually, like, do things. And I have 2 of these, so you don't really get an option, because, like, Dark Flyer, she'd have... Good God, she would have, like, 14-14. I can give her... How is Sumeragian? The Spot Pass unit I accidentally recruited when I was trying to dismiss, and I figured I would just use that unit to help me farm up gold, so I could just buy units. Really promoting a Pegasus Flyer? I would like access to magic. Thank you. And you know what? Why not? There you go. And we can give you a... One thing I never got was that, like... Okay, in all of your physical weapons, irons are D rank, but bronze are E. So when you reclass in a physical, you have to use bronzes for a while. But for magic, like... You get thunder... You get fire, thunder, and wind available to you, and I get that they were trying to emulate, like, the anima triangle or something, but... It's dumb. I mean, I appreciate it, but it should probably have not been the case. Daniel Vihai, or Ivhi? I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Book of Naga. We'll get you there, dear. We'll get you there, Deirdre. We'll get you there. And steals. And we'll sell you. I kind of want to. I do want to save an early promotion for, but like even then, she's gonna be bad. Yeah, I don't think the Three Houses time skip was done well. I think it was done out of obligation more than anything else. Open ranks are fast in this game. That doesn't mean that using bronzes aren't kind of painful. You know what? I could just I could promote someone else. Okay, you know what we're doing? We are doing a poll. That's the only thing I ever do. Manage poll. Well, Genealogy's story works off a time skip, because the end of Generation 1 is the end of a story. Like, if you wanted to just, like, gut punch your player, you could just end a game at Gen 1. Like, it'd be shitty, but you could do it. With Three Houses, it's just sort of like, hey, Byleth falls off of a cliff, and he's already green-haired, because I guess Sothis blew her load a bit too early. And then nothing happens for 5 years for some stupid reason. Boy, you all just want Molder the Boulder. You know what? In preparation for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and... do I get a bolt? Ah, we're so close. Actually, hang on. Bonus box. Yes. I don't think Molder has a defense boon, just because his base are bad. Radiance. Summon Mia real quick. You don't. Mystery. Genealogy, junk character. Favorite magic system in Fire Emblem? I can't. Tricky one. I like the GBA magic I don't like it when they split up anima into different types of magic, but I do like that if light and dark are present, that they're their own magic type and they have their own interconnected triangle. And two. Rounds increased. Maybe how much renown do I have? Nope, need a few more. The double magic triangle that Radiant Dawn has is stupid. I do not like it. Oh, I always go to Street Pass. Yeah, okay. Fine, bonus box, yes. Bonus teams. I'm just summoning them to get renown so I can get a Bolt Axe, because you all want Molder. So I'm gonna get Molder the Boulder and Bolt Axe. I don't like Fates' weapon triangle. Magic should not interact with the physical weapon triangle at all. It is dumb. The thing about Finn is that I want to say he... Racer? Yeah, Finn's a pal. Yeah, Three Houses removing the weapon triangle was very stupid. I'm Rakusus's daughter. The fuck is John's? Okay, I have enough. Cool. We're not awards. All I want was this. Boltox. Where's the boulder? There's the boulder. And I realize I'm not gonna be able to use it immediately, but... Okay, so like, is it even a question what we do for Molder? Like, I mean, I could make a poll. But like, we know. Sage is the good class, Warmonk's kind of a meme class, but like... Yeah, this went the way I thought it would. I'm not even gonna wait for this to finish. Well, okay, one thing I don't like hybrid classes in Fire. I think for the most part they don't, like, a unit stats can't support it. If a unit performs well in a hybrid class, it is mostly because the unit in question is just exceedingly good stat-wise, or essentially they have a basis to supplant it. Like, Camilla's the good example. Arguably Leo, but like Camilla's the good example because she just comes as a big ball of stats, and Magic's really good in Fates. But in most cases, like, Strength and... I don't like physical magical split in Fire Emblem. One thing I kind of like that Thracia has, and I realize it opens up another problem, is that physical magical weapons, or magic in general, is cast from essentially res, so magic and res are the same thing. So magic on a physical unit is not inherently, like, worthless. Anyway, there's the boulder. We're gonna... Hang on, I gotta...
What can I fix you?
I gotta
with?
forge the boulder. There you go. He's just gonna beat you to death with a rock. Room looks a bit different. Yeah, I imagine it's been a while, but since last you came, I moved back with my parents. My mom had a surgery on her knee, and well, I had quite a few months left on my lease. I figured it would just... There wasn't anything tying me to that apartment. I was out of school, and all of my work that I do is done remotely, so... I figured it would be useful to help them out. Anyway, Border Sands, Chapter 8. It's still working. I'm glad to see you here. Should I named it Ron Swanson? I mean, it's only a bronze. Do you think Ron Swanson is only worthy of a bronze axe? What is my job aside from egg? At present, egg is my job. Before I left my apartment, I was a software trader, so I would teach people how to use a bunch of different software, but primarily I would teach people how to essentially do my job. So use the Adobe Software Suite, Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, and a bunch of other, like, coding. I guess I taught coding languages to a small degree. I worked through the university. Anyway, all of y'all could just chill out here. So, Molder, Rock, Cooling Engine. I think everyone's more or less equipped. I'm gonna give Malice another sword, if I have one. I don't. Okay. This map, in terms of layout, it really reminds me of a chapter where you get Stefan in Radiant Dawn. Did I get partner yet? No. You've been away for a while? I mean, dude, don't even worry about it. Like, you chill in the Discord. But no, Twitch has kind of ghosted me for a month, which sucks. Did I get hit with any DMCA? Not to my knowledge, no. Most of the music I play, I don't archive many of my clips. I archive them locally, and I really just need to fucking throw a clip channel on YouTube. Send another email? I could. Switch strike, so left on me. Alright, so there aren't any effective weaponry. Chalard. Okay. Dark Wind, Silver Axe, Nosferatu. Heck, that, and... Oh wow, actually, I guess Dagdar gets outdone by Boulder here. I kind of want to... Miscoming is such a low-level cleric hurts. I'm not gonna bench. I mean, Roy's not good, but like... Dagdar or Mist or Roy. I think I'm gonna bench Mist for this chapter just because I can't really keep her safe, and I prefer a pair up. I'll just do that. She's not off the team, but I hate... Okay, so here's something kind of dour. This game takes a lot of inspiration from Arcanea and Jude Draw. And let me set the stage here. Noe was a young girl captured by bandits, forced to dress up in like super revealing lingerie in a game modeled after FE4 and FE5. I'm not gonna verbatim say the implication of her situation, but it's something talked about far more when Awakening came out, and it's still depressing.
Huh?
Gregor's great. I like Gregor. Okay, so good news is we have Florina, and Florina can sort of just shit can a lot of these threats are just gonna get shit can. I can just do that, and you don't do any damage to me. Or, well, you do some damage to me, but not enough to be threatening. Gregor's an alright unit. If memory serves, he has... Okay, actually, he has less speed than I thought. I remember Gregor having a little more speed than this, but whatever. Noe's not a good unit. Well, okay, Monokeets are better than... So Monokeets are better than Tagwell in terms of base forms, but... I find lacking weapon access to be a big mark against a unit, especially since this game uses Shadow Dragon Forges, which I think is stupid. Like, Noe's perfectly usable. I like weapons. I like being able to use weapons. Okay, so we don't need to go for that. What's your speed? Your speed is 11. Do that, and I switch. Can I good job Micaiah you? Damn it, I can't. Okay, but I can Deirdre and then good job Micaiah? No, I can't. Ah, wow, that is a problem. Okay, ooh, okay, so I could boulder you. The boulder! Okay, War Monk. The one use of War Monk. Having resistance and being able to bonk mages. Like, Noe grows into a good unit, and Dragonstone pluses give her a nice stat bonus on top of, like, her normal stats, but discount her Dragonstone buffs for a moment and look at her stats. They're really bad. They're incredibly bad. And I'm gonna use Farina here. And we're just gonna, like, pop you. Silver Axe should do 33. I'll just, like, put Roy here. And if he dies, he dies. But he won't die, because he's Roy. He's our boy. And our boy Roy won't die. And... Brom and Eddie, I guess? Transfer to Eddie. Rally you. That we will... Oh wow, okay, that's gonna make Crom hit pretty hard. Appreciate, and... I really wish I had a Nosferatu or two, but alas alack, that's just not in the cards. Item, Flock School. I'm still streaming? I am. I started an hour late. I had to take care of some personal matters that took a turn for the worse, but... Ultimately, streaming gives me some sort of stability. Given that, save for freelance work, I'm more or less... I have no concept of time. Yeah, so they just die, unless I guess I could probably just walk over. So the cool thing about pairing up with Florida is she has 10 move, which is kind of stupid. Boulder. Alright, so I could do that. Pair you up. When Nos tanking was good. You say it's not good, but remember that Apotheosis exists, and legitimately Nos tanking and Nos tanking and Brave Weapons are like the only way you can get through that. Let's double check that I can kill you first. I would need to I'll just like wait here, whatever. Someone there and there. Yeah, we'll just attack with whatever they'll do. There is a wave in Apotheosis, depending on what you choose, where Nos tanking is honestly the only way to go about, unless you're dodge tanking, but they have crazy high hit. So Nos tanking with someone like I don't know, like a heavily invested Tharja or Noir. Really large res and dragon skin? I don't think they all do. I can go ahead and just like murder you. You can't move very far, so... All the enemies have dragon skin, huh? Okay, well I guess I Nos tanked in spite of it not being the best strategy. How about that? Okay, we'll just thunder you. Awakenings DLC is actually very good. I have no complaints against it. I think it's just the only game to have done DLC justice of sorts. What if I switch, transfer, and then you have some speed? Yeah, good job, Micaiah. Never mind. Mediocre job, Micaiah. Oh, alright, good job, Matt Mercer. Bro, he has Nosferatu. I have Matt Mercer. He doesn't. Who cares? And hey, look at that. We get a free steal. Oh. Get away from me! Okay, well, see you, Noe. Yeah, so as much as I don't like hard mode bonuses for units that you get, this is the reason that they exist.
Whoa.
Honestly, I don't hate Noe's character that much. I think she has some, like, solid supports. I hate that she is so blatantly just lollybait. I don't like it. I will never approve of, like, lolly pandering in Fire Emblem. Just, like, I'm not one of those people who are like, ah, man, if you like lolly designs in anime or video games, like, you're an actual pedophile. No. Like, if you want to watch, like, a schlocky harem anime, like, be my guest, I guess, but I don't look kindly upon... I don't think it has a place in Fire Emblem. No, I wasn't an enemy to get hard mode bonuses. Okay, well, this is why you up base stats for player units then. Like, what do you want? Gaius was still bad. You're given to latest joiners in Awakening? Okay, well, then they should give lunatic bonuses, because hard mode bonuses clearly weren't enough. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Okay, so you guys don't do anything to me. There are lunatic bonuses? Okay, well, I'm learning a lot, apparently. 19... Enough. It's so close to Deirdre. Kids are fine if you're going for, like, max stats for DLC, I guess, but... The one problem I have with, like, I think Awakening does child units the best out of any of the modern Fire Emblem. I think FE4 takes the cake, but, like, the way in which they implement kids is considerably different. And that, like, the child... Okay, that's kind of funny. The way that they implement child units is essentially in, like, a whole nother game. I don't think it's quite one and the same. Thunderation. I think Awakening does it the best just because it isn't super out of like tone of story, but there's never a good time to go and Jesus Christ to go and get the child units. Like okay, Dagnar time. You're always breaking the pace of the game. And yeah, like Eltrank is right. The kids, their bases aren't that great for the most part. I mean, Lucina excluded because she's not really a child unit in the same vein as everyone else, but I just get shit canned. Kind of, but not really. That's why I think Gen 2, I think the second arc of this game should have just been a Future Past. Because I think that is a solid piece of DLC. Ah, damn it. Disappointing. Mulder can take out one. Florina can take out another. Eddie can take out... Maybe. Oh, yeah, okay. Eddie can take out you. Good job, Edward. Like, I don't like a lot of the Precedence Awakening set for the series, but I don't think everything it does is, like, irredeemably bad. 37, which I don't want to bank on, but... Like, my main problem with kids, aside from the fact that they generally don't work from a story perspective, is they always break the pace of the game. And that's something that, like, a linear Fire Emblem has to contend with. It's a problem with Awakening, it's a problem with non-Conquest Fates and Conquest Fates if you're doing Paralogs, and definitely Three Houses. It kills a lot of Three Houses for me. Okay, what can I do here? Awakening on weapon durability. See, as much of an old school Fire Emblem guy as I am, I don't like weapon durability. Oh, good job, Matt Mercer. Bad job, Matt Mercer! In theory, I like what Fates tried to do with weapons. They didn't succeed in every capacity, but I think making, like, higher might weapons have bigger downsides was it's a decision I can get behind. I think for the most part, like, weapon durability isn't effective opportunity cost, if that makes sense. Okay, so, talking about what, okay, well, good job, Dagger. Talking about what Gaiden and Echoes did with weapons. They were able to get away with that because, like, weapons themselves were more valuable by virtue of being rarer. No, I actually can't kill him. That's 12. I think I'm just gonna have to Brom's axe you. See, one thing I like about Fates is that, like, things like staves still have weapon durability, which I like. I think they probably could give weapon durability to, like, specialist weapons, effective weaponry, reavers, killers, but to do that, I think they'd have to revamp how the armory system works in Fire Emblem and, like, what weapons you get in the main story. Because one thing I like about Echoes is that weapons feel significant. Like, when you get a weapon, it feels like a big deal. 16. Jesus Christ, Florina. 15. Alright, well, that's an exact kill. Unless... Okay, wait. Okay, that's 9. That would take 9. Oh god, 9, 12. So that's 21. Do I take? Oh shit, Edward might die here. I think expanding on the blacksmith system might not be a terrible idea. Wait, actually, do I switch attack 15 plus 13? I don't die, okay. So I don't like, maybe like verbatim saying don't like. I don't think that combat arts are a good replacement for the weapon triangle.
Are you ready?
I don't think the three houses, the trade-off really worked. Weapons in Gaiden Echoes are basically accessories, this is true. And like in an actual RPG, accessories, when you cannot buy them super readily, accessory drops are meaningful, which I like. I don't think durability is a very meaningful mechanic, personally. Who needs stuff? You need stuff, and you need stuff slightly less. Alright, Matt Mercer, you want to be a guy?
Stay focused.
Good job, Matt Mercer. Like, I think one thing that Fates does well in terms of its, like, durability system is that, like, offensive pair-up. Oh, wow. Okay, Bombward's staff is just a 15-use concoction. Hot damn. So, things like offensive pair-up become more important if you're using Fates' weapon system with, like, obvious downsides. Because you aren't hit with those downsides in offensive pair-up. So then unit positioning becomes more important, and then, like, giving a super strong unit, like a brave sword or a brave axe, becomes, you know, something maybe worth doing. It's boulder time! Fatigue came back. No, fuck fatigue. Horatio had a couple good mechanics. I like magic being cast from, like, physical magic being cast from res. And I like follow-up critical condition. Dual striking is good. Defensive pair-up is bad. It reduces units to stat backpacks, like you're saying now, and I don't like it. I think it can make, it's a way to make units functional, and it's certainly better than the stupid adjutant system. But ultimately, that's just a problem of like, hey, I don't have enough units to fill a full game. I could just like Flurry over here. Pair up should lower stats, so rescue, essentially. I think rescue and offensive pair up are I feel like those could coexist in a game very well. Right? Nothing. There's Killing Edge, which is a little spooky, but you wouldn't get to me. I don't like capture. I think capture, I don't think there's really anything that can be done with capture, save for like that one, I think Dagger's Mansion's what, 9x? So capturing the boss of 9, I think is the only like super interesting use of capture. I think as far as like capture as a means of item acquisition goes, I think nothing that capture does can't be done better by droppable items and stealing. I think what capture does is because it is available to pretty much every unit, it can incentivize a type of play that is essentially like a hoarding, I need to get all the weapons. This Fire Emblem, it's kind of like sort of like a hoarding mentality, but you don't know when you'll need certain things. Example, Radiant Dawn. If in the gold, like before you meet Raphael and Nyla chapter, if you don't get Beast Foe there, a hidden item that you don't know will help you, you don't know that you need it, and you don't know that it's available to you. It's a case of, I guess, like, you can't see the future on your first playthrough. On multiple playthroughs, you know it's important, but on a first playthrough, that's not something you're going to look for and not something you're going to prioritize. Or things like the Beast Killers. I think Fatigue kind of works for FE5 because it punishes staff units a lot, and kind of forces you to play a little more quickly. It asks you to rotate out your units pretty quickly, but like I don't like it. I think it is a way to address a problem. It's addressing a problem, but not in a very elegant way. Ow. Owie, that hurts. We're gonna just put Dagadar here, give him an Iron Bow, and we're gonna wait. Mickey can... Actually, would Mickey... How much damage does Mickey take? 15... Okay, we'll just have you chill over here. Item... Lux. I mean, I hate capture, honestly. I think it incentivizes and I know this is gonna sound weird coming from me, but it incentivizes a very slow, very turtly type or style of play, which I don't think is super great. Don't crit me, thanks. Forced dismounting and like influence, yeah. It is a way to address... So the thing about forced dismounting is its main hit on a unit is in weapon ranks and weapon availability. Oh shit, is Dagdar dead? Did I just kill Dagdar? I just killed Dagdar. No! Never mind, Dagdar's great. So the thing about dismounting is like, okay, so when you dismount, you become a foot unit. And you have foot unit mobility and foot unit weapon availability. But consider the following. Foot units don't have the option to suddenly have mount availability. All it means is that mounts are, as always, more flexible than foot units, which is a problem the series constantly has to struggle with. I don't think dismounting is the solution to the problem. It is an attempt. It's an attempted solution for the problem, but I don't think just allowing certain units to. It just gives them more options, and I don't think giving them more options is an effective way to balance them.
Hail, traveler!
Master Seal, cool. Well, pair-up is kind of explained. It's introduced in the Sumiya cutscene, and you're supposed to kind of infer from there. Eddie, can you double? You can. Good job, Edward. The problem is that mounted units are just better than their foot counterparts in almost all situations. Higher movement means more options, and in most games, they are also given better access to the weapon triangle. So they have more combat options, they have more strategic placement options. I think mounted units should be more of like a utility thing. You need to nerf their combat ability in one or more areas. Infantry only Kanto? I know like that was kind of a meme, but one thing I'd like to see is, I'd like to see thieves getting Kanto. I don't think it makes sense for mounted units, especially in games with Super Kanto, to be able to like hit and run, so to speak. Or at least not double strike and run. Like maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you could do some weird thing where you could like proc a Kanto when you're initiating combat, but you would only strike once and at like lowered, like kind of a hit and run thing where you'd attack at lowered might and you wouldn't double, but you'd be able to move after it. I think thieves having like Kanto after stealing would be cool, because they are canonically fleet-footed, and it's a lot easier to be agile if you're off of a horse. Cavalry was the dominant force in battlefields for a reason. Cool, don't care. Like, you're designing a video game, you need to try and have some credence for balance. Thief Kanto sounds like a combat art? No, I think that should just be a mechanic. 18. Alright, do me a solid, Roy, don't miss. Yuri gets Kanto. Three Houses is an unbalanced mess. I think mechanically very little about that game works as something to be emulated in future titles. More Killing Edges! You need some degree of believability in your games.
Oh, thank the gods.
I don't like movement stars. I don't like movement stars. I don't like movement level ups. Like, I'm not saying thieves get offensive like Super Kanto, but I think that they should get, like, Kanto after opening doors, after stealing. They should get, like, essentially GBA Kanto. Because Kanto is less powerful when the unit in question who is Kantoing has less movement. Kanto is more powerful on Cavalry because they have more movement and can Kanto away to, like, more advantageous positions. What if all foot units had Kanto and mounted units had more move? I mean, I think that would be a way to do it, but giving... Powering Bell, hooray. I think then that would kind of... It would almost pigeonhole you similar to Three Houses, where dominant strategy is just to, like, chip like crazy. Kind of like early game Three Houses where everyone gets a bow. Being able to chip and dip super easily all the time isn't something I super like. No healing for you. Okay, come on. Come on. I believe in you, Citra. Myrmidon. I mean, I think, yeah, a good way to make effective weapons, one, actually dangerous, so not what they did in FE7, and prevalent. The reason that I don't think Pegasus Knights are unbalanced, personally, I think they're fairly well balanced. And that's simply because Pegasus Knights do, like, pretty much across the board have shitty defense. And the majority of the enemies that you face in the Fire Emblem game are physical units. So they have a weakness, and they are weak to an entire weapon type. They're not, like, weak to certain weapons. Like, oh no, they're not weak to, like, a wing clipper only, or, like, a wind. They are weak to an entire type of weapon. And that entire type of weapon takes advantage of the fact that they have low defense. I can get that word. Take something like Wyvern Riders, who, look, Wyvern Riders are by design not meant to be balanced, and that's why in a game with, like, free or even limited V-class, they just become the dominant force. Wyvern Riders were introduced in FE1. They are the enemy's ace units, essentially. In FE1, they are given to Macedon. In FE, are they in FE2? I forget. In FE3, Macedon again, a lot of enemy units. In FE4, Thracia has them. In FE5, Thracia has them. In FE6 and 7, Burn has them. In FE8, Grotto has them. They are the enemy's ace unit. They are better. They have good enough speed to double. They don't have overkill speed, so they're not like wasting too many points in it. They have good bulk and they have high strength. This is just the worst day ever. Yeah, you got killed. I realized that. Okay. Going for about 3.5 hours. Let's see how we're doing. I think we might call it here. I'm understandably getting a bit spent. And from here on, we'll do Plegic Castle. But, one thing before I go, and, like, we're not ending the stream right now, but we're gonna figure out what units you'd like me to get. Oh, you actually have to... Bonus box, yes. So I'm gonna put it to, like, any unit that isn't promoted. Or, like... Actually, this might take a while. Tell you what, if you want to vote on this, and I would suggest you do, anytime before next stream on Friday, go into the Discord, like, join the Discord. If someone wants to be kind and, like, do the Discord command, hop into my Discord, and I will post a link to a straw poll that will have every available DLC unit available for voting. And what we'll do when we go to poll is we will just go down the list, and we will find the highest voted unit that meets the criteria of level. Keep in mind, though, if you're voting for, like, level 20 super weapons, we will never use them. Like, you won't get to use them until probably DLC, final chapter, maybe. It's just, like, keep that in mind. Imagine Brom Galzus. Is Brom in this game? I think it's probably one of the infinite regalia weapons you can get. Moms for setting. But yeah, we'll be doing that. And again, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, or I realize a lot of you guys come from Mangs and I intentionally steal you, which I appreciate, but when Mangs is done streaming, I'll be here. And if you'd like to have some input as to who gets, like, actually used in this, join the Discord, we'll have a voting there, and hopefully or not hopefully, people die. Because I mean, eventually we might just cycle out units. Just because you were pulled early doesn't mean you're here forever. Hey, no worries, Margaret. Like, school comes first. Much as I think college is a scam, the fact is, if you're going for your education, take that shit seriously. Anyway, that's about all I've got in me. And honestly, thank you. Thank you for showing up. It means a lot, given that this is kind of one of the few things that gives me a sense of normalcy in my schedule and my day-to-day, and I'm lucky to be able to do it. I'm under no illusions that this audience was garnered by my own skill or charisma. So I appreciate y'all showing up. It means a lot. Sleep tight, and I hope to see you soon.